This problem is asking for a division, long division of 48 into 21,000. If you do this on the calculator, take 21,000 and divide it by 48, you're going to get an answer of 437.5. So the approximate answer, and I say approximate, is 437.5. The 5 is not the remainder. This is a calculator approximation. Let's do this longhand. So 48 goes into 210 4 times. 4 eighths are 32. 4 fours is 16, and 3 is 19. And then we want to subtract, and we're going to get 18. Bring down the 0. 48 into 180 goes 3 times. 3 eighths are 24. 3 fours are 16, and 2 is 3 eighths are 24. 3 fours are 12, and 2 is 14. And that is a difference of 36. Bring down the 0. 48 goes into 360 7 times. 7 eighths are 56. 7 fours are 28, and 5 is 33. Subtract 24. This 24 is the remainder. So this problem is not looking for a calculator approximation. It is looking for a quotient. The quotient is 437, and we have a remainder of 24. The next problem asks us to evaluate this expression. So we need to use PEMDAS. PEMDAS says that we need to go inside the parentheses first and do the operations there. So it's 4 plus 18 parentheses 78 minus 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3. That is 27. We then still need to stay inside the parentheses. So we have 4 plus 18. We need to subtract 27 from 78. 7 from 8 is 1. 2 from 7 is 5. We then need to do the following problem. It says add, and we have understood multiplication, and multiplication has the priority. We need to multiply first. So I'm going to get my calculator, and I'm going to multiply 18 times 51. That's 918. So 4 plus 918. And then add 4 to that, that's 922. Notice that we multiplied before we added. A common mistake would be to add first. This problem says to simplify or evaluate, one or the other. It's very similar to the last problem that we did, just different numbers. So again, we're going to go inside the parentheses first. And we're going to do the squaring. So it's 10 minus squaring means times itself. 3 times 3 is 9. Come back, and we're going to stay inside the parentheses. 10 take away 9 is 1. And then we have a choice between subtracting or multiplying. We realize that we should multiply first, so that's 11. And finally, we subtract, and we get a 4. The next problem tells us to find the area of this countertop. Let me stop the sharing for a minute. Okay, I am sharing, and so we have the area of the countertop. We need to break this C-shaped object into 3 rectangles: the left rectangle on the left rectangle, the middle rectangle, and the right rectangle, and then add the areas of all 3 rectangles. While the one on the left has an area on the left is 78 length times, let's see if we can see, 15. And that calculation is 78 times 15 is 1170. We want the area in the middle. This is where the mistake is made. The middle has a width of 15 units, but the length is not 160. The length is from this dashed line to this dashed line. That means we need to take out 15 units from the total length, another 15 units from the total length, a total of 30 units taken from the total length. That's going to give me a length of 130. Again, the width is 15. Let's make that calculation. 130 times 15, which is 1950. And then we want the area of the right rectangle, which is obviously a width of 15, and its length is 41. So 41 times 15, using my calculator, 41 times 15 equals 615. And then to find the area of the entire shape, we want to add these numbers together. So we're going to take 1170, add it to 1950, add it to 615 for a grand total of 3735. Again, the area of the middle rectangle is where we make the biggest mistake. It's not, the length is not 160. The length is less by 15 units, and 15 units are 30 units total. A delivery truck or van travels 26 miles west. So let's say we're at this starting point. We're going to go 26 miles west. And then from that end point, we're going to go 31 miles east. So from here, we're going to go 31 miles east. There's the starting point. So if we go 31 miles east, how far are we now from the starting point? Well, 26 from 31, we are actually 5 plus 5 east of the starting point. And then from this point, we want to go 45 miles west. But this is 45, not from 0, but 45 from plus 5. So for 45 units from plus 5, we're actually 40 miles west. And then finally, we're going to go 13 miles east. So 13 miles east of this starting point. How far are we now from 0? Well, we were 40 miles west, and now we want to be 13 miles closer to the origin. So we need to take 13 away from 40, or we are 27 miles west, 27 miles west of the starting point.